If you buy these things tonight, you could send out your first package tomorrow. All right, in this video, I'm going to be going over everything that you need to begin selling on Amazon FBA in Canada or the US. But I'm Canadian, so this is my video. I'm from Canada. I'm going to make videos for Canadians, even though the process of selling on Amazon is pretty much the same in the US or Canada. I just know that when I started, there wasn't a lot of tailored Canadian videos. And at the time, I thought that I wish there was, because maybe the US system is different. It's not really different, but if you're from Canada, then you're on the right video. This is everything you need to begin selling on Amazon. Okay, so there's two things or two categories of things that you need to start selling on Amazon. One is physical items, physical products that are required for the shipping and handling and actual physical logistics process of selling products on Amazon. The second thing is software and digital items. So I'm going to start this video off by going over the hard stuff, the stuff that you could actually touch and feel and that you need in the real world in order to sell products on Amazon. Then I'm going to be going over the softwares that are absolutely necessary to sell on Amazon. What I will not be doing in this video is teaching you how to set these things up and how to sell on Amazon. I'm telling you what you need if you want to start selling tomorrow. If you buy these things tonight, you could send out your first package tomorrow. That's what this video is for. Okay, so quick little overview of how you sell things on Amazon. I go to a store, I buy an item for $5, I pack it in a box, I go on my little Amazon portal, I put it in my storefront, I tell Amazon I'm going to be shipping it out, I go to a UPS store, drop off the package box with my item in it that I purchased for $5 at, let's say, Walmart. UPS brings it to an Amazon warehouse. It sits in the warehouse until somebody buys the item on Amazon. The item gets sent to the person's house, and that person pays for it. Some of the money, some of the fees go to Amazon, and then the profit and what you paid for it comes into my pocket. So that's the basic gist of it. So now you know what actually happens. I'm gonna get into the things that you need. So starting with the hard items. Oh, and everything that I talk about in this video, I'm going to be linking a link for it in the description below on Amazon. The links that I put below are the things that I actually buy. So the stuff that I'm going to be linking is stuff that I continually buy, either once, if they're one and done buy items, or things like bags and boxes that you need to buy more than once and often throughout your Amazon career. I'll link literally the ones that I actually continually buy. And after this video, I actually need to re-up on Polybags. So check the links in the description for everything you need to get started. They are affiliate links, so you'll put a little bit of money in my pocket if you use them. So thanks for that, but let's go. So number one, you need boxes. You need boxes to put your product in so you can send it to the Amazon warehouse. Now, I usually buy my boxes at Staples, but I think I'm gonna start buying on Amazon just so I don't have to go to the store. In the description, I will put my favorite sizes of boxes to use. This one I'm holding up is 12 inch by 12 inch by 12 inch. It's a cube. They come flat like this. You open them up and then you have to open them up yourself. These are used for putting your products into, bringing this to the UPS store near you, and then the UPS store brings it to Amazon. Amazon opens it up, sorts through your items, puts it on the shelf, blah, blah, blah. So you need boxes. I would start off by buying, I'll link the sizes below, but I like 12 by 12 by 12 inch. I like anything between 12 to 18 inch cubes, squares I like because it makes the process of, I like using the same dimension box, like either all 16 by 12 by 12 or all 16 by 14 by 14, because later in the line on the software when you're setting up your shipments to send, it's easier if you know that all your boxes are the same size, just because on the interface you have to put in the dimensions of the box. So just a little tip, I like using boxes that are the same size, but that rarely happens. Like I'll show you my shipment, and they're all different sizes. But if you want to start off, I'd probably get like two sizes, anywhere ranging from 12 inches at the minimum to 18 inches at the maximum, and very varied side lengths. Could be squares, rectangles, whatever. I like 14 by 14 by 14 inch, 12 by 12 by 12 inch, or like a 16 by 14 by 14. Those are all manageable boxes. Those boxes are kind of like this big. They're easy to pick up and hold and bring in your car. And you don't want to buy boxes that are too big. Like you think that, oh, I'll buy a big box, I can put so much stuff in it, which is right, but it's right if you have a lot of stuff. And a lot of the times, it's like a game of Tetris. Some of your things don't fit nicely in boxes. So if you have smaller, more manageable 12 by 12 by 12 or 14 by 14 by 14 inch boxes like this, it's easier to consolidate items in a box and know that it'll fill the entire box rather than having a huge box and then have all this empty space that you got to put like filling and little paper in to like buff up the box so you can actually close it and it doesn't cave in. Because maximizing the amount of volume in your box like is cost savings. You want your box to be filled to the brim, maximum filled out, because then the charge that UPS takes for you to actually ship these items, like you have better bang for your buck. You don't want to pay to ship a big box and have it empty. So boxes, check the description below. All right, so number 2, you need polybags. Polybags are these little plastic bags that I'm sure you've seen a million times before from your Amazon products that, you just put stuff in them, and then, I don't want to ruin this one, but you tear this little piece of plastic off. There's adhesive here. You fold it over, closes on its own, bang, you're good to go. You put your item in here, you put this inside of the box, pack them all up, ship them out. Now, for polybags to start, I'm going to link a good starter kit of polybags in Amazon that I actually regularly buy, and this kit has like, these are all from random polybags I've purchased, but the kit has like 50 to 100 polybags, each of different sizes. It's good to start off with that because it pretty much will cover all your bases for whatever products you're going to start off selling. You'll be able to put it in one of the polybags from this kit, which I'll link below. I'll also link other polybag sizes that I regularly buy. So for example, there's different sizes. So this is like the smallest I'll buy. These are for very small items. This is sort of a medium to small size polybag. Now we're getting to the medium size. And then I have like big ones where if I have to put a big item or if I have to put multi-packs, so that means like it's a 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 pack of an item. You have to stuff a lot into a bag because you're selling them as a set. So you can't have them loose in your box. You have to put them in one bag. So when the customer gets it, it's all nicely packaged together. So yes, polybags. Most items, I'd say half. I don't even know the percentage of items you need a polybag on Amazon, but pretty much if it's a multi-pack, like if you're selling a 2-pack of something, like a 2-pack of measuring tape, let's say, you'd have to put both of them in the same bag. If you're selling something like shampoo or something that could like open and spill and make a mess, Amazon wants you to put it in the bag in case it spills. It doesn't ruin stuff, you know what I mean? So polybags are very important. You definitely need them. If you send products without polybags that should have them, and like something happens, like something spills or blah blah blah, Amazon could like ding you for it, and you can get a little in trouble. So definitely have polybags. They're pretty cheap. I'll link all the ones I use below, and I just have a bunch on deck all the time, all varied sizes, because you never know. Some products are bigger, some are smaller, so you want to use a polybag that fits the product best. So very simple, polybags. Now, number 3, you need a measuring tape. This one you probably don't have to buy. You already have in your house for sure. And what you need a measuring tape for is when you are sending your shipments to Amazon on your little portal on your computer, when you're setting up your shipments saying, hey, Amazon, I'm going to sell this, and this product, and I'm going to ship it to you on this day. Amazon says, okay, Thomas, well, give me the size of the box you're going to put them in. Tell me what products are in the box, and give me the weight of the box. So to tell the size of the box, sometimes, you buy a box, it has the dimensions already on it, which is nice. But sometimes you'll use a box from here, a box from there, some box you found outside, and you have to measure the dimensions, length, width, and height. So that's why you need a measuring tape. So that one's very simple. This guy, you got to keep this guy loaded all the time. Always have backup tape. You need a tape gun and you need tape. Why? To tape up your boxes. Self-explanatory. One tip I can give is make sure you have a tape gun and make sure you have a lot of backup tape. Like when I get down to my last roll, I know I need to go buy more tape. I buy like a 6-pack from Staples. I'll link them in the description. But yeah, tape is super important. The worst thing that you do not want to happen is you're putting together a big shipment. You've taped up half your boxes. You run out of tape. Within your workflow, you're downstairs, it's nighttime, it's 10 p.m. You just want to finish taping these boxes up and go to bed. But in the middle of your job, you ran out of tape. What are you going to do? The store's closed at 10 p.m. You want to ship this thing out tomorrow. Half the boxes are ready to go, half are not. Your Amazon portal's open. It's expecting you to finish and wrap it up. You don't want to like cancel the whole thing and start again tomorrow. So it's a nightmare. You don't want that. Always have a lot of backup tape on hand. Now the final thing, the final physical item that you need to physically ship your items to Amazon is a scale. And this is the most expensive one, but you only gotta buy it once, so it's not that bad. I will literally link this exact scale in the description, and this scale is just good. It is perfect. Like, it doesn't do anything crazy. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. The purpose of the scale is like the measuring tape. When you send boxes to Amazon, Amazon wants to know the dimensions of the box they're expecting to receive, and they want to know the weight of the box. So every box that you send, you must weigh it and put it in your little Amazon portal online to tell Amazon how much each box weighs. So very simple. A scale. You click on, and you'll just put something on this, and it weighs it. Super easy. No funky features needed. Nothing crazy. I'm in Canada, so Amazon will ask for your dimensions in centimeters and kilograms. The scale, you set it to kilograms. If you're in America, Amazon will ask for pounds and inches. Very simple. Tip. Amazon, this is not really needed for this video, but I decided to throw it out there anyway, so you don't buy any boxes that are too big. You cannot send in a box to Amazon that I think is bigger than 50 inches on any side length and bigger than 50 pounds. So if you send something bigger than those, either it's a side of the box is longer than 50 inches or the box weighs more than 50 pounds, Amazon will get you in trouble and say, uh-oh, like, we don't like this, and don't really do anything bad to you, but if you do that a couple times, then I think something bad could happen. So watch out for that. Here in Canada, I know that I think it's like 2.2 pounds. 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. So I try to keep my box, and you don't want to like press your luck. You don't want to send in a 49-pound box. Like, send in a 48-pound box or less, so you know you're good. I usually send in boxes up to like 21 pounds is the highest I'll go. 21 pounds. 21 kilograms, because I'm in Canada. If I see that on the scale, I won't go higher than 21 kilograms, because I think 21 kilograms is about like 48, 49 pounds, or maybe I'm wrong, but I like to stay around 21 kilograms at the max. And inches, like I said, I use like 14-inch, 16, 18-inch boxes. Okay, so that is all of the hardware stuff you need. If you buy all of these things tonight, tomorrow you can sell on Amazon, provided you have the software, which I'm going to talk about right now. Before I forget, 2 more very important things you need. You don't technically need these, but you do technically need these. And they're labels. They are labels. So there's 2 types. These ones are called 30 up labels. I will link them in the description. Whenever you sell something on Amazon, if you say, hey, Amazon, I'm going to send in 5 measuring tapes to you to sell, Amazon will give you custom little barcodes to then put on the items themselves. So when Amazon receives your items in the warehouse, they scan it and they go, oh, these are Thomas's measuring tapes. So when these ones sell, we give Thomas money. And they'll print these little labels out on a piece of paper. I don't know if you can see the grooves in this, but I'll show on screen what they look like. They'll print them out, and then you put them on the item. But if you buy these labels, like this is actual labels, like here, I'll show you, hold on. If you buy these labels and put these sheets in your printer, then when you print the PDF page of your barcodes, each barcode will be individually printed on a label. And it'll be so easy. You just grab the label that your printer printed the barcode on and slap it on your product. Done. Instead of like printing it on a piece of paper, cutting them out, taping them on a, what are you, a barbarian? Just buy these label sheets, put these in your printer. Your printer will print the labels on these perfectly how they should be aligned. And all you do is peel and stick on your product. And I'll show you an example of what these labels look like on actual products. Now, the other label sheet that you need is for the boxes. So you label your products with your unique barcodes, and you label each box, which I'll show you now, with box labels, which are shipping labels. And the shipping labels, same idea. You buy these pre-made labels. I'll link all of this in the description, the exact ones I use. And your printer will print a piece of paper where it'll print 2 labels side by side here. And then all you do is I don't want to do this because I don't want to ruin the sheet, but you peel half this side off with one of the shipping labels on it, slap it on the box, peel the other side off with the other shipping label, print it on it, slap it on the box. Again, you put this in your printer, so your printer prints on top of the label. So I'll show you now what the actual labels look like on the box and what labels look like on a product. That is a label. So I know I showed you there is 2 labels. This is one side, one label, and on the same box, there's another label. So I simply just put the label piece of paper in my printer. I then printed the PDF with the labels on it, and I just peeled it off the label, slapped it on the box, and that's that. So this is an example of a barcode from a random Amazon seller that put it on themselves. So This is what I was showing you for these small labels. You'd print using your printer, you print the PDF onto the label sheets, and then you simply peel off and put them on your product that you would sell, and put this product into your Amazon box to send to the warehouse. All right, so for the software component of what you need to get started on selling Amazon, I'm gonna run through 1, 2, 3 necessary and crucial and mandatory softwares, I would say, that you need to start selling on Amazon, and 1 bonus, but I would consider the bonus pretty much necessary, and I'll explain why after. But let's get into it. So number 1, you need an Amazon Seller Central account, a professional account, which, as you can see on the screen here, is how you sign up. I'm not going to go into my actual account because I don't want to show you guys my information and the sick products I sell. But I opened a second browser, and this is what it looks like. So just type in sellercentral.com or sellercentral.ca or whatever. If you're in Canada, you want the .ca, which, as you can see up here, .ca. And pretty much this is where you go to sign up to create your Amazon Seller Central account, and enables you to sell products, to list products on your storefront. It's sort of like your portal into the Amazon world and allows you to manage your store. And if you click sign up, I'm not going to go through it, but you can see my account's sort of already logged in, but you would just go through the process, sign up, very simple sign up, and you're off to the races. You can start selling right after you create this account. This is the only thing you need to actually start selling. The other software that I'm going to go through are aids in helping you find products and actually sell good products. This software is $30 a month, which it's not that bad. If you're selling products, you're gonna make up for that with your profit, pretty much. So it is what it is. $30 a month. You absolutely need this to sell on Amazon. So now for the other softwares that I would say are actually not even I would say they are mandatory. So let's go on Amazon and I'll just explain a bit about them. This is a random Amazon listing that I went on. So the 2 softwares I'm going to describe now, 1 is for helping you determine how often a product sells, at what price it sells for, etc. And the other one is determining is this product profitable at a certain buy cost that I'm able to find it at, let's say, at Walmart. So I'll go through the bread and butter of Amazon selling. The main one you can't sell without it pretty much, or else you have no information on the products. It's called Keepa. And this is what it looks like. So every Amazon listing you go to after you buy a Keepa subscription, it's like $20 a month or like $130 a year or something around those figures, but definitely worth it. You need it. I just bought the yearly subscription, and what it does is it embeds these graphs underneath every listing with some additional tabs that offer more information. But basically, the bread and butter of what Keepa does is it tells you how often a product sells per month and at what price the product sold at each time it's sold, or on average, or blah blah blah. It also tells you how many different sellers are on a listing. It's good for showing the history, so like you could go since the listing's inception, you can go back a year, 3 months, a month, and see what price this product has sold for, how often it's sold, the actual seller IDs, which sellers are selling it, all this information here, like sales rank drops, like every pretty much stat on a product that you could gather that relates to its buy price and frequency and blah 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 is shown by Keepa. It's not the most accurate all the time, but it's the most accurate thing that we have as an Amazon seller, and it's accurate enough where it does the job, and it's pretty reliable 99% of the time. Now, as a Canadian seller, the weird thing is that sometimes you'll get Keepa data information showing up on your graph that pertain to US sellers that are selling in Canada. I haven't really experienced this firsthand as something that messes me up, but I know it's there, and other people have said sometimes like they'll see Keepa information, but it will be a little skewed because some of that information is from an American seller, but it's not that big of a deal. You need Keepa anyway, and pretty much what it does is it tells you the history of the products, selling points, etc. And I'm not going to go into how to use it and what all these graphs mean. There's definitely better videos on YouTube with people who explain it way more clear than I could ever, so watch their videos. But just know that it is a software that you absolutely need as an Amazon seller. Now, the next software, this software is called AZ Insights, and there's different softwares such as AZ Insights. I
forget the names of the other two, but there's like other two that do the same thing pretty much. They all do the same thing. They're just different softwares, and I think they're about the same price point. I forget how much this one was. Maybe it was $130 for like a lifetime subscription, which worth. And again, you see a lot of numbers, a lot of things here that can trip you up and might look confusing, but pretty much the only thing I use this for is this field right here and this field right here, the buy and sell costs. And so pretty much what this does is it tells you if you sell at $36.99, like you see here in the buy box, it's selling for $36.99. If let's say in the store, I'm able to find this product, taxes in, all in, for $20. So I would purchase it, my total cost of goods sold would be $20. I'll put it in this little calculator it has, and then it'll tell me I will make 45 cents profit, 2% ROI, or 1% margin on every product I sell of this item. And what this does is it incorporates all of Amazon's fees that they would take per each specific product. So for this product, you could actually break down the fees here. So there's a referral fee that Amazon charges, a monthly storage fee, a fulfillment fee. So after they take all their fees, what's left is your profit, which is 45 cents. Now, can you find all these fees technically on your own in your Amazon Seller Central portal and do this math yourself? Yes, but who is doing that? It's so much work. I don't even know how to do that, first of all. It takes so much work, so much effort, and when you're going through listings over like rapid fire and going through listings, you don't want to just find a product, find your buy cost, and then go into the Seller Central, find all the Amazon fees, add them up. No. You're gonna buy this software, you're gonna input it into it, and it's gonna tell you instantly, and you're gonna know, all right, I can make some good money on this, or nope, I can't. So for example, if instead of this I wouldn't even buy if let's say I could buy it for $20, because 45 cents is not good. But let's say you could buy it at the store, all in taxes, for $10. Now, this computer's so slow, it's not gonna load. Now you're making $10 profit per sale. Worth it. That would be like, all right. So how it would work, how your train of thought would go as someone like me who I'm sourcing, if I could find this for $10, what I would do is I go to a listing, I would put the $10 in here, and I would go, oh wow, okay, so there is money to be made at the buy cost, so I can make money on this. Now let's go to Keepa and see, is this $36.99 an inflated price, or has it been like this forever? Oh, it usually sells for more, now it's selling for a little bit less, but for the most part, like, I can tell that it will either sell for about $36 or more, so I can reliably assume that I'm going to make around $10 for the next little while I sell it. That would be sort of the timeline progression of finding a listing and then seeing if it's profitable. I can make another video exactly my methods and what I look for, but that's general overview. And just as if you would buy this for $10 and make a profit, let's say if in the store you could only find it for $26, taxes in and everything included, now you're losing $5 per item sold. So you would know, all right, this is not a buy. I'm not gonna buy this and sell this on Amazon because I can't make profit off it. So those are the 3 softwares that are absolutely mandatory to selling on Amazon. Your Seller Central account to actually be able to sell. Keepa to see product history and data and give you an idea and an image on is this worth it, and AZ Insights, and that software is to basically tell you is this item profitable at whatever cost I can find it at in the store. Now for the final one that I'm going to mention that is technically not necessarily like these ones, but I would still get anyway, because it just solves such an important problem that you don't want to afford to make a mistake on. So let this do the work for you, and that is Sellerboard. So this is actually my dashboard. These are actually my real numbers right now. As you can see, my month-to-date profit is in the negatives because this has been a month full of expenses and of getting rid of shit inventory that I'm losing money on, but just to clear it out. So not that good of a month for profit, but I'm cleaning out a lot of shit inventory, so it's necessary. Anyways, what this software does is it will, once you log into your Amazon account with this software, it'll import your listings, so it'll know everything you're selling on Amazon. You don't have to do it manually. It'll take all the listings from your Amazon Seller Central account, and every time you sell something, you can use this app and this website to pretty much see what you sold, how much you sold it at, and how much profit you made. So this app, you'll input the cost of goods sold for each listing, and every time you sell something, for example, this listing here, I sold one unit, sold it for $22, and I made a profit of $3.43. So at a glimpse, I can see everything I need to know. You can do this math yourself by going into your Sell Essential account, seeing an item you sold, seeing what you sold it at, going through subtracting manually the Amazon fees. But you don't want to be doing this for every single product you sell throughout the course of a day, the next day, because first of all, it's tedious, time consuming. Like, what are you, barbarian? Just get technology. Second of all, this is not something that you can afford to make a mistake on, because if you make a mistake on this calculation, that is not like a little oopsie. That's you thinking that you're making money on a product when you're really not, and you're going to keep buying this product in the store because you think you're making money, but maybe you messed up the calculations, and now you're just slowly losing money and you don't even know it. So that's why this software incorporates all of the Amazon fees per each listing. It knows the fees, so it tells you based on the price that you told the software that you bought the product at, it will tell you how much profit you made per sale. So that's why I think it's absolutely important, because you can't afford to mess up the calculations if you choose to do this on your own. And it has a bunch of other features that I don't really utilize except for the expenses. So you could input all of your expenses. So like I'll input the cost of like shipping boxes, courses, blah, blah, blah as a business expense. And it will include it within the calculations for, let's say, like today, yesterday, month to date, these forecasted calculations. It'll include your expenses. So when you see how profitable I am, like last month I made $839 profit. That's with all the expenses I spent on the business throughout the month. So it's an actually true representation of my profitability. So that's a little bit about Sellerboard. I'm sure there's videos that explain how to use all the other aspects much more cooler. There's some aspects that I think aren't even as, you can't really use them as to the full extent that you could if you were in the States. But anyways, I think it's super worth it. I think it's like $15 or $20 a month, which, like, when you start selling, that'll easily be covered in your profits that you'll make. And I think I could provide a link that maybe I'll get a free month and you'll get a free month if you use to sign up. So I'll link that in the description as well. But there you go. 3 necessary softwares, 1 bonus that I would say is necessary, because I'm always a fan of pay to play. So, like, if I could pay for something that will give me back more of my time, make my life easier, reduce mistakes and stress, I will pay for it if it's within reason. If I can afford it, I will always pay for something to be done for me. I'll pay for information, I'll pay for a course, I'll pay for software that does stuff so that I don't have to do it myself, because I'm lazy and I'd rather pay for people to solve my problems than have me solve them myself when it's within reason. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'm going to be making more videos on selling in Canada as a Canadian Amazon seller, but they'll also pertain to the US as well, because it's kind of the same thing. All right, boys and girls, see ya.